and that you had an amazing day so far. All right, so for today, we are going to be doing our English lesson, our grade one English lesson on possessive nouns. In our previous lesson, we did possessive pronouns, so now we're going to be doing possessive nouns. And before we start with our lesson, you're going to log in to a+students.ca, and you're going to log in with your username as well as your password. And you're going to select the subject of language arts, grade one. All right, so once you've selected the subject of language arts, grade one, you're going to scroll down the chapters up until you get to the chapter of possessive nouns. And in the chapter of possessive nouns, we are going to focus on the lesson of select the possessive noun that matches the picture. So we're going to select the possessive noun that matches the picture. So before we go to selecting the possessive nouns that matches the pictures, a possessive noun, we're going to define what a possessive noun is. So a possessive noun, it shows who owns something. So it basically shows who owns something or who has something, right? So possessive noun, it shows who owns something or who has something, meaning it either belongs to him, belongs to her, belongs to you, belongs to me, right? It is Mike's ball. It is Jake's bicycle, right? So it basically shows position, right? It shows something that either belongs to you, it shows someone or something that owns something or that has something. So to make possessive nouns, we then have to add apostrophe s to either a person or to an animal or to a place or to a thing, depending on who owns something or who has something. So we basically add the apostrophe and an S to either a person, to the animal, to a place, or a thing, right? So if we look at the example, so if the bicycle or the bike belongs to to Matt, right? Then we can say it is Matt's bike, right? And there we have Matt's, which is his name, apostrophe S, right? So it's Matt's bike. So now we are actually saying Matt's bike is red, meaning that Matt owns the bicycle and his bicycle or his bike is red. So Matt owns the bicycle or the bike, and this bike is red. So Matt's bike is red, right? So which means that the name Matt, so if his name is Matt, and now we want to say that Matt owns something, we're going to say Matt's, which is apostrophe S, right? Which shows that Matt owns something, which is the bike. So we can say Matt's bike is red. All right. The dog's name is Rex. The dog's name is Rex, right? So the dog's name, which means that we specifically saying that this one dog, his name is Rex. So you need to put the apostrophe S to show that this dog's name is Rex. If you're not going to put the apostrophe and you're just going to say the dog's name is Rex, and then we will get the idea that you are talking about more than one dog. Because without the apostrophe, this means plural form. This means it is more than one dog. Can either be two dogs, three dogs, five dogs, right? This shows more than one. But if you put the apostrophe S, it shows one dog, one person, one place, one thing. It specifically specifies either that specific thing, person, dog, place that either owns something or that has something. And like I say, without the apostrophe, it means it is more than one. It shows plural form. All right. So now we are going to select the possessive noun that matches the pictures, right? So we are going to select the possessive nouns that matches the pictures. If you look at the picture that we see in front of us, right? The money is in his hand. So the money is in his hand. So we need to say what money is in his hand. If we look at this person, right, we see a man over here. Okay, so we see a man. This is a man, and this is a lady or a woman, right? So here they're saying the money is in his hand. So whose money is in his hands? Is it the man's money or the woman's money? So since they're saying his, then we clearly know it is referring to the man. So we are then going to say the man. The man's money is in his hand, which means that we're going to say it's apostrophe S to show that it is this specific man whose money is in his hands. If we say the man's money, then we will think it is more than one, even though the plural form of man is not man's, right? Because the plural form of man is men. But not to go off context, you need to put the apostrophe, and the apostrophe with the S will give us an indication that you are specifically referring to either this specific person, right, or this specific thing or animal. All right. So basically, the answer is the man's. The man's money is in his hands. The man's money is in his hands. Meaning that the man, it's his money. He owns the money. He has the money. And he is about to give the money to the woman or the lady to pay for the flowers. All right, so if we look at the next picture. So the next picture, this is a girl, right? So this is a girl. And now they're saying the cake is brown. So whose cake is brown? It's the girl's cake is brown, which means that we are going to say the girl apostrophe S. So the girl's cake is brown. So whose cake is brown? It's the girl's cake. And why is it her cake? It's her cake because it's her birthday, right? Which means that the cake belongs to her. She owns the cake or she has the cake. So it is her cake. she, that is why we're saying it is possessive nouns, right? It shows what belongs to something or someone, right? So the girl's cake is brown. So girl and apostrophe s. Sorry. So the girl's cake is brown. All right. So now if we look at this picture, what do we see here? What is this? Or what character or what person is this? All right, so if we were to now say what this person is or the thing is, we can say this is a clown, right? So this is a clown. So now they want us to complete the sentence and match the picture. The nose is round. So whose nose is round? So we can say the clown, right? So instead of just saying clown, we need to say the clown's apostrophe is. So the clown's nose is red. Clowns. So the clown's nose is red. And there we also have the apostrophe and is. The apostrophe and is. So the clown's nose is red. And like I say, if you do not put the apostrophe, and then it's going to basically give us the idea that it is a plural form. So you need to put the apostrophe s. All right, so the clown's nose is red. Clown apostrophe s. Let's go next. We need to complete the sentence to match the picture. So if we look at the picture that we see here in front of us, right? This over here, it's the dog, right? So that's a dog. So this is the dog, and here is the dog's dish. So now the questions, or not the question, the sentence says, the dish is in the grass. So whose dish is in the grass? Right? And if we look at our picture, all we see is a dog, right? And the dish. And the dog about to eat whatever that's in the dish. So which means that the bowl or the dish, it belongs to the dog. So we are then going to say the dog's apostrophe is. The dog's dish is in the grass. So the dog's dish is in the grass. Dogs. Once again, if you do not put the apostrophe, then it will give us the idea that that is actually a plural form, right? It will give us the idea that it is more than one dog. But in this case, it's specifically referring to this brown dog that we see on the picture in front of us. So the dog's dish is in the grass. All right. So if we look at the picture, right? So here we have a boy, and here we have his dad. Either dad or father, right? Depending on, let's say, basically how you address your dad, right? So we then say the boy is holding is it his dad's hand or his father's hand, right? It can even be his brother. We never know. Let us quickly double check. It's dad, yes. So this is his dad, right? So it says that the boy is holding so we're going to say his dad's hand. And dad's apostrophe S gives us the indication that this is his dad, right? This is his dad, and his dad is holding his hand. All right. So in this picture, what do we see? We see a dog and we see a boy. So we see the boy and we see a dog. So now it's saying the coat is orange. So whose coat is orange? Is it the boy or is it the dog? We need to say whose coat is orange. It's either the boy or the dog's coat is orange. All right, so now if we were to select whose coat is orange, we will then say the boys. So the boys, which is BOY apostrophe S. So the boy's coat is orange. All right, let's do the last few pictures, right? Because remember we said that we are just selecting the possessive nouns that matches the pictures, right? So our focus is basically going to be on trying to match the different pictures with the possessive nouns, right? All right, so if we look at our picture and what we see in the picture, then we can say, oopsie, it's a boy playing with a little truck, right? So the boy. So now we're saying the truck is new. The truck is new. So whose truck is new? We can then say the boy's truck is new. So the truck belongs to the boy. The boy owns the truck, right? He has the truck, which means that the boy's truck is new, right? It belongs to him. It is his. We did that one and we did that one already. All right. If we look at the picture that we see in front of us, right? So this is a house that we see in front of us. So this is a house that we see in front of us. And around the house, we have grass. And in front of the house, on either side of the, let's say, the front door, we have tall bushes, right? We have tall bushes. So now the sentence is the what bushes are tall. Where do we see the bushes standing? So the what bushes are tall. All right. So we can then say the house's bushes are tall. Oopsie. So we can say the house's bushes are tall, meaning that the bushes in front of this specific house is tall or are tall because are tall refers to more than one person. So the house's bushes are tall. All right, let's go into the next one. If we look at the picture that we see in front of us over here, this is a dog, right? With a yellow bow. Bow with a yellow bow. All right, so now they say the ball is yellow. So whose ball is yellow? We need to basically say whose ball is yellow. And if we look at our picture, the dog, right? So which means that the dog's ball is yellow. It's like asking yourself whose ball is yellow. So it is the dog's ball, right? And remember, you need to put the apostrophe S to give us an indication that you're referring to one specific person or thing or place, right? Because if you're not going to put the apostrophe and you're just going to put the S, then it changes that word into a plural word, meaning more than one. All right, so the dog's ball is yellow. Um, yeah, is yellow. There we have again, the dog's ball is yellow. All right, so now if we look at the picture and what we see in the picture, then in the picture we have a little duck. And where is the duck swimming in? He's swimming in a pool, right? He's cooling off in the pool. All right, so the what water is cold? The what water is cold? Is it the duck's water is cold? The pool water is cold? Or what is cold? right, so now if we look at our pool and our duck, we can safely say the pool's water is cold. So the pool's water is cold. Remember, you need to put the apostrophe. If you don't put the apostrophe, we will assume that it is wrong and it is showing plural form. It shows more than one thing that you're referring to. So the pool's water is cold. All right, we're going on to the last one. And then we're going on to our test. So first this, and then we're going on to our test. It says, we need to say what car is on the streets. Is it the man's car is on the street? Right? It basically shows that this man owns the car, right? So we can then basically say the man's car is on the streets. So we say man's. Man's meaning it belongs to this man. It is his car, and his car is on the street. His car is on the street. So the man's car is on the street. Okay. All right. And now annotator. Just give me 1 second. Oh, just give me 1 second. I apologize. It is stucking and it's not going to the next one. You guys, I apologize for this. but it is not moving on to the next one. Guys, I apologize. This thing is stuck, right? And it's still stuck on the man's car is on the street. All right. Guys, I apologize, but the screen is stuck. So I'm going to have to end the session over here, and then I'm going to have to restart the PC. I totally apologize for this. So I'm going to have to end the lesson just here. But just before I end, Just know that possessive nouns, it shows form of possession, where it either shows that it someone, which is a person, place, or thing, owns something, and or he or she has something, or the person, animal, place, or thing has something, right? And then we need to say, for example, the man owns something, then we say it's the man's thing, and then we put the apostrophe and the s there, right? Remember, we said that if you do not put an apostrophe there, and then it will be seen as if you are add, it's almost like you are showing the plural form of it instead of referring specifically to the man or the dog or so on. So I'm going to have to restart and go out of our lesson. Just yeah, I do apologize once again. But until next time, we will definitely follow up on this lesson. So you should have a good evening. Goodbye.